When you imagine yourself again in 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, whatever it is, from the position of your deathbed and look back to your life, what impact is it that you want to have had on humanity, basically, in your lifetime?
That's a bold question, of course. I anyway thought about eternal life, so maybe that never happens. So maybe not living forever, but maybe living much longer than we live today. It's, by the way, an interesting question asking people how long they would like to live. I do it from time to time, and it's amazing what people answer you, and even what you wouldn't think probably. A lot of people don't want to live longer, even if they are having a happy life. So, and I always say, okay, yeah, at least 120 would be good, right? So eternal might not make sense, but or it gets boring, but 120 years would be good. Um, yeah, that's a very interesting question. So first of all, I have to say, um, I have my kids, so and that's what life is for, so this would be of course my most important thing to consider when it's going to end somewhere, to say, okay, I have my lucky kids, hopefully, in good health and in a better world, of course. And then of course around this small corner we come to the point that the world should be a better place at this time. And I wouldn't go that far to say that I have an impact on that. So I could have, I might have, but on a very little small scale.
Okay, so let
So
me rephrase it. Maybe I
yeah,
asked the question too big. What's the impact you want to have with your work on life, on humanity? Maybe if it's not a major impact, but basically what do you want to leave behind apart
and
from your kids?
yeah, that reminds me of another reference to me as a running coach, because I'm running marathon, um, many already, and I started, I don't know, 20 years ago. And I think I brought many people to run marathons as well. And it's probably not because I'm such a great marathon runner. So I'm a good runner. So, but I think that I brought people there because they were not afraid of doing it. So because, maybe simple to put it in that way, they see me and say, that's a normal guy. When he can run for 42 kilometers or 23 miles, I can do it too. So I'm not scaring people to deal with running a marathon or deal with technology, but they say, if he is saying that in that way, I understand it first of all, and I can deal with that. So I always said, for instance, as well, I give always explanation about the blockchain, so, and I offer three different ways. And I say, what I want is that you are able to follow or lead a discussion on a party. So when somebody is talking about blockchain, that you have a small idea what it is. Or if somebody is asking you, what a blockchain is, I give I give you something on hand where you can explain it in a very simple way. And talking about the impact I would like to have, and referring to your question, is that I can teach or support people in dealing with all these challenges, be it running a marathon, be it dealing with technology, being able to judge about whether this is right or wrong in ethical ways in using technology. And I think that's the best role I can play in this position as a translator, to understand many different sides and connecting the dots together, and trying to explain that in a simple way. I hate people who live from making things more complicated when explaining. So all these buzzwording and so on. So as soon as it's headline, you have to get rid of these words. So, but explain it in a really simple way. So there is probably some educational spirit within me. And my kids know then when they are asking me a question, they sometimes get a lecture in response, so they already know, okay, it's getting a bit longer. But I guess they like it. And it's, for instance, easy and interesting if you have to explain it to kids. So no matter it's about racism or no matter if it's about economic impact, so you would wonder how much you can talk to 8 or 12-year-old boys about these kind of topics, or even AI. So explain it in a simple way. And yeah, that's probably, I would be happy with when this would be said at my funeral or something like that, so that people said, okay, he was a nice guy. He showed us that many things are possible and understandable. So that would be maybe the best reply to your question.